Welcome back, Fortnite fam. We are joined by a very special guest in Golden Boy. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, is going to be hanging out with us for the next 2 days, qualifiers and finals days.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be here. Man, I flew in from Houston, and boy, do my arms hurt.
Were you, what?
Let's get some lows in the chat, people. All right?
There you go. There you go.
I'm going to look at the chat right now, and if you're not lowing as hard as you possibly can, I'm going to be freaking mad, okay?
There's lows. I see some.
There's lows, and then there's some what faces. I'm okay. I'm okay with the lows, and I'm okay with the what faces. It's fine.
You know, that's just how we roll. But like we talked about, Golden Boy will be joining us for the rest of the games and tomorrow as well. Let's take a look at the standing in case you missed out on where things were. Don't you even worry, we got you covered. SSK7 and Jamside, they maintaining their lead with 85 points with Nitro and Mongrel right behind them with 83, who are tied with Aim Sons and Flutter Moyes. There you can see your total top 10. Keep in mind, guys, this is qualifiers.
Yeah. So
a lot of these people are looking to show up. You know, maybe I would almost say, like, do well, but not show all the secrets. And then tomorrow for finals, bust out the big guns.
Fair enough. I want to see more of Reddit's favorite son, Mongrel, as much as possible. That's what I'm excited for. I kid you not, there's like not a day that goes by where I will go on Reddit and I find a clip of either 72 hours doing something legit clipping or Mongrel doing something disgusting. And I'm shocked that he's the second, but only by, what is that, 3 points? That is a small margin there that can easily be caught up on.
Yeah, that's right. Let's hop into the games, guys, because we got sets of threes heading your ways. That's a really good point, though, talking about Mongrel, because for a while, my little brother, who plays Fortnite and just getting into it, was like, hey, man, like, I want to get better. Who are some people, like, he plays on PS4, he's like, who are some people I can take a look at? And I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, you've got people like Aiden, just like throwing out like a big names. Aiden, Nick Merckx, 2 big names. He's like, yeah, what about Mongrel? And I was like, oh, you've done your research.
Oh, you know.
You know, because Mongrel is a legend. So why are you asking me? You already know. And he's like, all right, I'm going to keep watching Mongrel. So there you go, Mongrel.
I watch his stream, and I'm disappointed with myself as a grown man every time. I'm
just that good.
He's just that darn good. All right, so we got an Outlet. And is that NA Outlet?
Yeah, Outlet Live. And Turkey Lips.
Okay, all right. Outlet and Turkey Lips. Always good to see Outlet here, man. What a good guy. But at the start here, we're at, what is this going to be, 5th circle, and not bad, right? We got 14 duos left, and pressure is certainly going to be on here. And by the way, that Magma wrap is so nice. I have it on every weapon in the game right now. It's the best wrap, hands down.
Yeah, I've seen that one kind of in the pipe a little while ago, and I was like, dude, when people see this...
Okay.
No, it's not like that. It's just like I'm excited to see it come to the game, and I tell people are as well.
We get it, we get it, we get it. We're not all privy to the knowledge that you
not
have.
what I meant. Oh, my God. Anyway.
Tell me about 8.3.
I'll tell you later. 22 people left, 14 duos. That means top 12 is the next set of placement points rather than the first set, so 3 points up for grabs for a lot of these people. They're looking to slow things down, make sure they get those placement points. You see there on the right side of your screen with a nice pickup there coming out of Advise and Precious, by the way.
Precious was a novel by Sapphire. Good book.
Oh, I don't read, so I never learned.
By the way, can we talk about the use of the minigun? Because we're seeing it so much more now. Because it's. I was actually talking to Bala about this the other day. And I was like, you know, it's for me, right, as a person that likes to use the ridiculous items and weapons in the game, it's nice to see the minigun used. And he's like, oh no, you're going to see it more because it's legit. Like you're doing some work with that weapon now. You can tear through mats and tear through resources that players are trying to defend. So nice to see those kinds of things be used here. Players really just evolving with the game. As the game itself continues to evolve. We got Rasmussen and Duck. I hope I'm saying that right as well, but the rocket is actually going to go through. Precious is going to be low. Oh dear, you don't want to do that to Precious. Don't put Precious in a corner.
Rasmussen and his duo partner here looking to close out eliminations. Can he find 128? Nothing to follow up, is going to continue to punch through. 105! Precious, not like this! You were the hero we needed, but not the one we deserved for the moment, but that's okay. We see Rasmussen getting in. Top 12 means placement points to be divvied out. 7 is the next threshold. Turkey Lips and Outlet, though, reclaiming the high ground that was so rightfully theirs.
5 eliminations as well. with 10 duos remaining in the lobby, but Turkey Lips going to get tagged up. He drops down, and that's a tough one. But he will have that slurp, so if he does need to get himself topped off and utilize that slurp juice so that this way he can get back with Outlet, try and continue to hold down the ultimate high ground. But I just like that they're just continuing to maintain his position as that circle moves in honestly what can only be described as an awkward position.
Yeah, you know, facing off against mountains, super, super difficult. You got to rotate a little bit early if you want to get a nice position, or utilize those utility and or recycle utility. Watch the heavy snipe with the player smart, cones it off, says, no, Turkey. I know what you're going to try and do here. I like that great counterplay as we're going to see them line up additional shots. Keep in mind, guys, again, this is all leading up to the Road to the World Cup qualifiers. So if you see bugs and whatnot, don't you even worry. We're going to fix those up for you so you get the best possible viewing experience. Golden, we're at 4. Never mind, 3 duos left, so another set of placement points.
Turkey Lips, by the way, does not have a lot of mats remaining. I don't know how Outlet is looking either, but that is something you have to be concerned about as they continue to try and hold the ultimate high ground here. You got Priz, who's going to be down low, and then up above them, you have Frittata as well, and there's actually going to be a player that I think I just saw like a shot go through there,
that was
but that was Turkey Lips who one-tapped Blaze with default. They still continue to hold this down. So Turkey Lips with 4 builds remaining. Outlet seems to be the one that's kind of leading the charge here, and Turkey Lips might try and dive right in. He's going to have that gold shotty. He's also going to have that gold silence AR, but a player's actually going to go in there, try and challenge. He's going to hold this one down for a moment here, try and hold the angle. Wait, as this player continues to mount the defense, he's just going to try and hold this one back. That's going to be Priz, who's there. Then you have Armageddon, who'll be down low. Outlet and Turkey Lips are in a fantastic position here to be able to win this. Priz is going to go down. Armageddon's going to be the last one left alive as we look at his screen at the bottom right here of your screen, but it's not going to matter because Turkey Lips is going to smack his lips with victory. Like that.
Wow,
Was that a little too much?
No, I like that one. And they liked it too. As you can see, he is dancing on them. You know, Turkey Lips and Outlet, some of the more respected people in the community.
Oh yeah,
you know?
big fan.
I think Turkey Lips came out back in Summer Skirmish, and I read his name and like actually laughed because I was like, that name is so heinous. But since then, I've like gotten to meet him at events and stuff, and he's just like one of the chillest dudes. So is Outlet. So to see them pick up a nice game here, probably see them in tomorrow's finals. But guys, shifting gears, next game time, 35 people, 20 of them are duos. And we're seeing quite a bit of explodes happen here on the center of your screen.
I still can't get over that. Turkey Lips.
Yeah, I know. It's a great name, right? It's a great
I've seen
name.
it before, but it's like I've never had a chance to cast it, you know? So now that I'm here and I get a chance to cast it, it's just...
Well, I mean, you know, the turkey smacks his lips with the victory was great. I like that. It's because it's, I imagine like a turkey trying to eat a Victory Royale.
Yeah. Like, do turkeys even have lips? I think
that's beak.
Yeah, they have beaks,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So, I like how you had to think about that.
I'm sorry.
You had to think. I asked the question, and you legitimately had to think about whether or not turkeys had lips.
Listen, it's not, see, my thought wasn't, do they have lips? It was like, I was trying to think of what's that thing that hangs down, the little like red, like nose, pseudo nose. Gullet, it's a gullet. That's where my, I'm sorry, well, that's where my mind went.
One thing I thought I'd never have in my career, a grown man yelling gullet. so there you have that one. We've done it, people. We've done it. All right, so now we got the Unique boys looking to hold up top here and do their best to maintain their side of the ultimate high ground. With that gray, heavy AR, trying to get some players who are getting tagged off as they're trying to just sail away and engage in another battle here. But looking at their circle and where they are right now, I mean, it's not, they're in a pretty solid position. They also, right now, with that Rift to go, that's just good mobility to have. It's something that you just really want to have at this point in the game. So they would do their best to try and hold on to that until they absolutely need to use it.
That's right, man. Marijuana and Clyde. I mean, we've seen so much of Marijuana. He is a slayer. But this is a good point. Like, take a look at the loadout. We got the Rift to go. We have the Slurp Juice and 2 half shields. These guys are ready to make trades. They're ready to hop into 1-by-1s and try and eliminate other players because they've got utility. They've got everything they need to set them up. Now, the key thing here is the green pump and the common heavy AR. Not much in the way of damage. They need to make upgrades, but hey, find one good duo, eliminate them, and you make the upgrades that way. Even a launch pad. Okay, boys, listen, Incline,
it's getting absurd.
Where are you guys finding these things? Okay.
You have too much. You have too much.
You need to slow your roll.
Gotta chill out. One should not have that much. At this point in the game here, but they do. We got some followers over there on the side. Player actually gonna drop down, and Okay, he's gonna defend himself, rightfully so. Circle now, we'll move forward.
Dude.
Nice elimination there from Clyde.
This guy is tearing through shields. Headshots galore, and Clyde just
heavy AR hits you, man. Hits you like a hammer. And before even the common one, you just don't know what to expect with that one. Braze and El Copa with 4 eliminations. Make sure you just get right back in there. Don't get tapped by any of that storm damage.
Oh, he bonked his head. That's okay. He propelled himself. You see there on the right side of the screen. He's on the other side of the circle, but he definitely bonked his little noggin. All good. Let's hop in with Oslo. That rocket launcher ready to devastate the field as we know. Keep in mind, guys, we're 1-2 away from placement points. So I'm curious to see is Oslo. He almost
trying to get around this guy. He's trying to get around that guy, and I like that build there, but he does get tagged up. He gets pressured on him. He needs to reload that rocket. I'm pretty sure it confirmed on the reload, but you never know with those pesky rockets. Sometimes I think I reloaded it, and then I take it back out, and it's not reloaded. And you hate to see that happen, but Oslo with 6 eliminations. He's going to top himself with that many. Bring himself up to 42 shields there. Finds the player in front of him, is going to get the down. He has to try and thirst this guy so he can get that buyback, the siphon there for the shields for the HP. He's going to be, yeah, so this is looking pretty solid thus far here for Oslo. 7 eliminations, and he's going to be in that mid area there. You got a little bit of a kerfluffle down low.
Technical term here.
Kerfluffle. But also, we talked about this when we came into the game. Unique. They're still up top in Clyde Marijuana. While they only have 2 eliminations, they still have maintained this ultimate high ground, and they've been utilizing the enemy builds, and they've been preserving their builds for when they really need to use it. So this way they can be prepared for that late game, because you know that you want to hold that high ground as much as possibly can. The player's going to charge right on out. That's going to be Braze who takes out Hazer.
Oh, they left the heavy sniper. We would have loved to pick that up in that situation, but Oslo here getting pressure, dropping down, taking ticks from the storm. Braze here with 5 eliminations, a lone gunman, 2v1, v1, 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 1v1 versus the world. A 40! That's a nice drop there. Can he secure this next player?
That's 3 for Braze. Okay. This guy is on a spree right now. Absolutely disgusting. But still, he got in Clyde and Marijuana up above in the ultimate high. Oslo, who is someone we talked about earlier, he's still going to be in this matchup as well. But they're going to get pressure from the 2 players on the ultimate high ground. The unique duo, Braze is going to be out of here. And that's going to come courtesy of Oslo. And now it's going to be a 2v1. Can Oslo come out with the big win? That will be massive, but I tell you, it is a tall task when you go up against 2 players as good as Unique.
That's right, man. Marijuana and Clyde, they've got the positioning, they've got everything they need. We even saw Clyde pass a half shield to Marijuana. That's like, they have everything.
They have everything that you could possibly want here. Everything. Oslo, though, does have some builds to work with, but he
bumped his head!
Oh, he hit his head on the bottom of the flooring there. Oh, you hate to see it. But that is the reality. Oslo, though, hard fought without a doubt. But it's going to be in Clyde and Marijuana come out on top with the victory. We're going to go to another game here, but look at that, man. This is probably my favorite part, just looking at the insanity of the builds.
That was the late game and everything that ensued. Oh, yeah, dude. Seriously, though, huge shout out to Unique Boys for their massive comeuppance there in that last game. Elimination leaders on the right side of your screen. 25 players, 30 duos remain. L'Estream Battle. We've seen this guy, I mean, summer, fall, I believe winter, royale, / skirmishes. You know, this guy's someone we're used to seeing, and you see the explodes go down, and the RPG as well. Wait for the builds to crack.
Oh.
Did he time it? It was close. He did get the blue shield, but it was not a down there, so we'll have to see if he can follow up. And
Antar, this is Antar here. Chicago, is your name from Ace Ventura? Chicago. Just out of curiosity, though. No, man, pay attention to the game, Antar. Come on, man. You just gotta hold it down. Okay, we're trying to win. Hey, look at me. I'm gonna edit down. I'm Mongrel. That's awesome.
Wow, that listening providing some fantastic insight,
really
Golden Boy.
Really
I mean,
felt like I was in the game.
Yeah, give us go. Oh, Antar, I think he might have fallen to his doom. Oh gosh, that listening very vital. Okay, someone definitely sent a tracer over his head. Yeah, so if you're Antar here, you know, I think he was just so focused on Chicago and his name, he might have just slipped off the edge there.
Well, I want to know. I want to know as well. Is it Chicago? You know, from Ace Ventura.
That's a great question. Maybe we'll someday know the answer.
My goal is to get our emote only chant to just spam nothing but lulz the entire time. Whether it's out of you know, hatred or irony or spite, or even if they genuinely enjoy it.
Yeah.
See, that's my goal today. You know that.
You know, you're 1 in a million, and as you saw right here in front of Gingy's wall, there was actually a gnome in the wall that is also 1 in a million. So it's like, you know, it's like you go hand in hand. You get Golden Boy, you get the lulz, and it's always a great time.
Or you get a gnome in a wall.
Or you get a gnome in a wall. Or you get both, like we just did.
Yeah. Zeke, it's been a while since I've talked to you here. We have these players setting up, getting ready, and real quick question: did you catch up to Game of Thrones?
I am all caught up. I'm ready for the release.
Okay,
friends, I did this for you, so now I can celebrate with you when we get those final moments, the final season.
I just had to know.
I'm going to be texting you the whole time.
It was something I was legitimately curious about, and I was like, I know I'm not going to get an opportunity to really ask him, so I'm just going to ask him.
There you go. Now everyone, the world knows we can celebrate together. Just like Antar and Shikaka celebrated picking themselves up, Curiosity still has the Chug Jug. So he topped himself off some other way. But now 2 people are trying to punch through the builds. The duelie's coming out.
I love the way he's playing that. Oh, Antar is a monster. I love the way he was playing that. There was nothing clever about it. He was just using the terrain. He was dipping back and forth, because it was an awkward angle that you'd have to shoot there. And that was just nice. Very well done from Antar and Shikaka.
Dude, that was sick. Even utilizing the dualies, we saw him like swapping back and forth.
Yeah.
One shot to the shotgun, swap dualies. Double tap, swap back to shotgun. Very well executed. Wings and Hikosid. I'm sorry again if we pronounce your name wrong. Just send us a tweet.
It's a lot of new people.
There's so many new faces, and that's what we really love to see, is getting to see more players kind of make their way into the comp scene. So if we pronounce your name wrong, hey, just send us a tweet. Hey, Zeke, Golden Boy, Sundown, this is how you pronounce my name.
You're dumb,
promise.
You're wrong.
You know, you could also just say, hey, this is how you pronounce the name. Leave that other stuff out.
Could you?
You know,
Yeah,
okay.
smart. Learn how to spell.
Don't call me out. Listen, it's true. But hey, at least you laughed.
But hey.
But hey.
Oh, boy.
Back in on the game, 18 players left, 10 duos remain. So hey man, 3 placement points been divvied out. 7 is the next threshold. Is Fixie here going toe-to-toe with Hikosid. Wings, you found a nice... Nope, no limb there, but it was a big old chunk out of that player's health bar.
You saw that shield just be eviscerated immediately from that, and they're just going to go right back in for this high ground here. I like the use of the waterfall as well, just to get a little bit of a better position. They know exactly where Sten was taken and Fixie are, right? So they're fully aware. And also the use of the stinkers, right? That's just going to force them to have to make moves, because that stinker has a large circumference, if you will, of stink that will do a ton of damage to you. Fate Nico, though, is going to pick off a kill for himself, or elimination for himself, and we got players flying all around. Wings, he's clipping the wings. He's clipping the wings. I'm hitting Zeke as I'm saying it right now. Isn't that funny?
That's pretty good. I like that. Wings clipping the wings of his enemies. 34 twice at 35. That player dive bombed down because they are down. Good day, friend. My God, Wings, you are a turret if I've ever seen one. Laser beams online as the stinkers are coming out. Nido is very much in the stink cloud, smelling it. You don't like to smell it because it hurts your health, but you know, it is what it is.
It's like me after my last cereal debate. We had it was a big stink cloud.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I watched that video and I just disagree with you. Cornflakes is not the optimal cereal. We can have this conversation later because it's gonna be a long one. Hikosid Wings maintain high ground.
I like
Shikaka!
No! Shikaka and Antar are gonna be out of here, but they had a good run though, a very good run. We have 2 duos left, and they're just going to get pressured, man. Look at this. And this is going to be on, I can't see, on YouTube. Yeah, it's Kungo on YouTube. And he's just pinned. There's nothing he could do. They have him pretty much dead to rights here.
Sliding down the wall. Here we go. They're up on top of his build. We watch the end of the door opens. Can they follow up, Golden Boy?
Oh, I like the use of the jump pad, trying to get away. But Wings, he's so good at shooting these players in the sky, and Wings is going to get the victory royale. Zeke is clapping
Wings.
Ferociously.
Wings, you can be my wingman anytime, because that was a phenomenal performance.
Well,
my
Wings
God.
was nasty whenever players were flying in the sky. Like he was hitting them hard, like constantly. So that was well done from him. And here you can see the carnage right at the end of this one.
Man, what an awesome set of games. That was 3 action-packed games, and obviously a lot of fun.
Was that 3 games?
Was it?
Wow, that felt
That was 3 games.
By the way,
action is all-time high.
I have a question here. Obviously, I haven't been here in a while. I haven't casted Fortnite since the Secret Skirmish. And, you know, just genuinely curious. Why is there a picture of the banana right on the desk right here? Just want to know. It's just here, you know? Like as I'm commentating,
I could have just busted it out and used it as a bit at will, but
as I'm commentating, it's just there, you know.
It's like a sort, you know, and if this was on the desk and you just kind of look down, it just like revitalizes you, you know. And does this revitalize you at home?
I think it does. Obviously, it's high in potassium.
High in potassium. Speaking of high things that help you get good, Fortnite, we are here, and it's time to take a look at the standings and see where the players are. You know, I found it. It was a long one. You nearly got fired for a brief moment. Trade H, DRG, and Trixel, 107 points, triple digits. No surprise, Nitro and Mongrel as well in the triple digits. Hakio and Maket Noxito as well. Everyone else still double digits, but hey, again, this is just qualifiers. A lot of these guys looking to qualify for tomorrow's finals. Top 3,000 people, aka 1,500 duos. And we've got 3 pages to look at.
Got a lot of pages. Got a lot of people here. I'm looking for any names that we may have caught in some of these games that we were looking at. But with so many matches that are going on right now, it's always hard to kind of like, you know, pick on like the 1 or 2 people. But I'm sure some players had some pretty big performances there that should see them rise through the ranks. I really was hoping to see, you know, the likes of Wings, you know, and company kind of fly through. Precious, by the way, Precious and Advise, those are 2 players that we saw, as well as Osmo and Milan, another 2 group of players that we saw earlier on. So Clyde and Marwana, those are the 2 guys that really were synchronized so well on their ultimate high ground positioning, and they're going to be sitting at 81 points at 28th place. So not bad at all for a lot of these players here, and still plenty more Fortnite left to come.
That's right. So basically, queue times are done. No one can continue and follow up in queue. We're just wrapping up final games now. So we're just going to get right back into the action, and then we'll basically see who our top leaders are heading into tomorrow for EU. So guys, it's more Fortnite time. You get to hang out with me and Golden Boy and laugh. Okay. Again, lots of LOLs in the chat. Lots of lulls.
I think we got a couple lulls. I have the chat open because, you know, I really, that's what I go off of for him. Remember, guys, okay, we just went into the fiery pits of Armageddon.
Yeah, this was a really fun stream, and then Oslo said, come into my domain.
Yeah, this is, by the way, Floor is Lava, best
LTM.
Best LTM, hands down.
I'll be honest, I haven't had time to play it. We've kind of been here and then doing things.
Working.
Yeah, working. Working for us never stops. I was convinced I'd have a little bit of time to play. Hasn't happened yet. Maybe Sundown has. Just kidding. He doesn't either, because he has more work than I do.
I was watching Kayun last night play Floor's Lava, and the whole time I think about how I would react in the situations. And he's like casually just going around getting elims like all over the place. And for myself, I'm just like, nope. I would be panicking like crazy because there's just nothing but lava all around me. I love that stuff. It's super cool, and definitely a big fan of the updates to Season 8 what we've seen so far. But we got, 17 duos here. We got Oslo, who I think came in 3rd, I believe, in one of the previous games that we saw from him.
Oh,
Powder just jumps. You hate to see that. That one, that's a herder. You know, he just was down out on it. Yeah, that's a tough one there. But Oslo,
also by Oslo, so there you go.
Yeah, didn't actually see that one happen, but very well done there. And we got a couple more elims that were coming off there on the action feed. But Oslo alongside with Ads, who are just hanging out, playing this one smart, playing on the low side here. They have plenty of resources to mess around with. Loadout wise, it's okay. I'm sure that as they get more eliminations.
Oh, the double snipe plays.
That was on Snowy, I believe. No, was that on? No, that wasn't. That was. I want to know what that pick was on there, because I just saw some elims go through just a second ago, but that was nasty.
Yep, so this is kind of strategies you're going to see coming out from people with heavy snipers, right? Duo partners, you're either going to run double heavy sniper or a heavy sniper and a rocket launcher, right? Very easy. You fire the rocket out. Right before it would connect with that wall, you punch the wall through with the heavy sniper, and then that just gets sent into people's 1x1s. It's very difficult to deal with, but if you're paying attention, you can very easily like place a ramp within your 1x1, and it just eats the rocket for you. So you got to pay attention. But, man, Magisk here is just lining up shots. I guess is this his, like, Wings twin brother from another mother that's just, like, laying down shots?
I would just hate to be in the sky right now with a glider out, because everyone just seems to be, like, beaming them so quickly. You know, typically, like, players would go up and, like, in the past, people wouldn't really, like, pay much mind to them until it got to a certain point. But now you're just seeing players just, as soon as they fly, they're just putting shots down on them as quickly as they can.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what you have to do, especially in, like, the weird position we're in alongside that volcano. It's very easy to make people make missteps, especially depending on where we're going to go with the next circle. The Beast here maintaining high ground with his partner, who we saw just lasering people left and right. Now they're just going to keep the high ground. We just got a new circle, so the question would be, where are we going? We see a lot of rifts being popped. I believe that was 2 separate rifts. Looking up into the sky, we see it for a moment. Yep, hello everybody, welcome. Wow. We're playing Fortnite, come on down.
It's a little bit of a shooting gallery up there, but a couple shots are going to be able to connect, and some more eliminations go through. As you see there on the elimination feed, the Beast is contributing to a lot of the carnage as he picks up one of his own there onto Divide. That's going to be 3 eliminations, 1 for his teammate Magisk. And this circle will make its way out some more right over the lava. That's a rough one.
Yeah, so, you know, this is kind of something I talked about with Sundown last week in the Blackheart Cup. I like the lava because, in case you didn't know, you can hop on the lava and you basically take a tick of damage, but it, like, gives you a little, like, hop. So if you, like, with momentum, hop on a lava, you can actually get quite a few hops out of it as the Beast! Okay, the Beast is being a beast. That was a big 2-hundo to that person's dome.
Massive shots there with that pump. And I believe the Beast was at 2 eliminations, managed to pick up 2 of his own there. Meanwhile, his teammate Magisk gets 2. Not bad, as that puts him up to 7 eliminations. And that was gorgeously done there, right on Ovalder, excuse me.
Names can be hard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and I already can't speak English very well, so just can you imagine how much of a challenge that is for me, personally speaking?
Well, you know, I'm there with you. I've never learned how to read, so. E-Polka being dropped down there right on top of the
This is such a difficult circle, man. Look at this. Look at this. He's going to get just zipped around over to the other side because his body touched the lava there for the brief moment. The Beast is going to dive in there, try and get in his face. Player's going to fly right outside. And I'm loving what I'm seeing.
He's bouncing! Yes!
Oh, man. And he thought he tried everything he could to get away from it. But the Beast and Magisk, they had the ultimate high ground. They played their cards beautifully, and they're going to get themselves a victory royale right over the lava.
That was cool. That was
zipping around all over.
I told you it works. You only take a tick of damage, and you're just flying around left and right. Now, unfortunately, you know, he's facing up against the Beast and his dual partner Magisk, so they were already in a commanding lead. 20-point game for them. I got to assume they qualify, and I hope to see more of them tomorrow as we shift gears.
Got Wings
next
again.
Whoa! All right, Wings. Hey,
oh no, Wings!
Not like this.
Don't hurt him. Don't hurt Wings.
Listen, just let everyone else, everyone in the game, riff right now, and just leave Wings down below.
Stop shooting Wings.
Yeah, leave him alive. We need him. He's the hero we need.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Okay? Why? Because he looks, he's good looking. Is that the reason why?
He's good looking and a laser beam.
Yeah.
A good looking laser beam.
A good looking laser beam.
Oh, God.
Nice shot.
Noxito there with the nice pickoff. Just a single tap. A little kiss. Hey, friend. No doubt.
A little love tap there, you know. Real sensual. Right? Now, especially with that silence they are, right?
Yeah,
you know, it sounds like you know, it sounds like it's a cute little beso. You know what I'm saying?
A little beso.
Hola,
besito
pequeñito.
Oh, gosh.
All smiling. Oh, no, that was on Wings, and he goes in. It's a rough one there to go out. Not a lot of points. I don't know how many they were able to secure in this game here, but that is going to be 6 eliminations total for Noxito and Heiku.
They're also top 12, which means, hey, placement points, 3 heading their way. The question is, can they convert this into a victorial? I mean, any extra placement points is going to be huge for them, especially in eliminations.
Hey, I don't know if you know, by the way, but Civi has dandruff.
Civi does have dandruff. I'm so sorry. Hey, listen, we can get you a prescription for it.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
Do you need some L'Oreal or some Head and Shoulders? I can hook a brother up with some Head and Shoulders if you want it.
There you go. Hit up GB. He's got the hookup.
I got Head and Shoulders for you. gonna show up to the next land and just...
I brought this for you here. It's a nice little like care package.
Oh, look at the defense. Just trying to see if he can like phase through, right? Just like get through.
Oh,
And he does
it!
manage to get through that. Nicely done.
Man.
And Civi has dandruff. That was a rough one. Player also tried to... I think he had the Rift to go in his hand.
He tried to pop it, but then he swaps to the ramp because he's like, if I let this animation go through, I am eliminated. It's going to happen. We see Mongrel here and Nitro, the legends. I don't know if Sundown kind of talked about, but these guys made an announcement on Twitter like, hey, what's up? Me and Nitro, we're partners of the world. And everyone was like, oh my God! Ah!
People started undressing themselves. It was like really, it was uncomfortable to see.
There was a cold sweat happening because they were like, I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah.
It's already
This is a scary, devastating duo, though, for not only for the Lux Cup, but also for World Cup in general. They're so good. So good, but only sitting at 1 elimination right now. We still have plenty of bodies up. I say that just as Mongrel beat someone 87 meters away there. That was going to be Dockholm, who fell and got a baller player down low. Continue to apply some more pressure. Yeah. This is not a bad position for them to be in. They have plenty of resources, so a lot of builds. They also have some minis in case they lose some HP. He can top himself with that slurp. This is overall, I would say, just like a decent kit to have, but I like that play there. Mitro set it up, and then Mongrel went for the shot. Tagged him up for a decent amount of his shields.
They definitely made him think twice. Like, hey, it's Noxito and Heiko as well. We saw Nox find eliminations, picking them off from the sky. Mongrel with the shot, nothing to connect though. And now this is what's cool. Is like every time Mitro's looking down low, Mongrel's looking up top. Right? They're dividing and conquering these lobbies. 23, 24, another one. Okay, Mongrel, you're too good. All right, give them a chance. Just give them a chance, Mongrel.
No, there is no chance. There's no chance. Not here, man. Not against Mongrel. Not against Mitro. They're not gonna let that one fly. Don't you dare take a rift and think you're safe. You're safe. You might as well just curse in their faces if you think that's the case. You might as well go up, grab a glove, and slap them and challenge them to a duel because you're crazy if that's the case. By the way, Haiku, Noxito still going to be down low. They're going to be going with that play, what we were talking about earlier with the snipe to the rocket. Good duo play there.
Interesting that Mongrel and Mitro decide to use the launch pad. I think they're going to look to reposition a little lower to the action. That means, okay, so even Nox and Haiku are doing the same thing. I feel like they should have just maintained. Maybe they were like, the structural integrity of our 1,000 builds up here in the sky, a little too dangerous. Let's draw. That was a rocket! Oh my heart stopped.
I mean, I tell you, that right there is something that will just scare the ever-living crap out of somebody. But you know what, though? You were talking about where they went position-wise. Mitro and Mongrel still continue to hold the ultimate high ground. So they're good. They're good. Now, I think maybe Haiku and Noxito maybe went a little bit too far out, but it could also have something to do with what they have in their inventory. They don't really have any shields, and while they do have that legendary AR, the legendary pump, as well as the SMG, I don't know, maybe they're just scrounging around looking for minis, looking for slurp juices, looking for anything they can possibly find. Mitro just got taken out as well. You just saw that pop up in the elimination feed. Yep. But they're continuing to hunt around here, looking around. Haiku and Noxito, they're on the hunt, trying to find these players. Are they going to be able to pick one off, though? That's the question. Is they're just chasing down Frosty, who tried to get away with a jump pad, but instead he's going to bop his head at the top. Mongrel's going to get a pick there.
Just never count out Mongrel, all right? He might be alone, but he's still very much in a commanding position. We see Burker there go down. It's 2v2, or rather, sorry, 2v1v1v1, 2v the world. Let's just go it that way. A nice find there on Mongrel as he hits and chips that player's shield.
Mongrel's in such a great spot, I think. This looks like it could really be poised to be a victory for him if he's able to play smart. He has no more builds. He has no builds.
Punch through!
He's going to go and chase that elimination. He's going to be able to pick one up, but Haiku is going to get the victory royale as he takes out Mongrel right at that last moment. 8 elims, 3 for Noxito. That's going to be 11 total, as well as the victory royale. A huge pickup there on points for those guys.
Wow, 21-point game. The question, Golden Boy, I pose to you now is, can you make me a Haiku for their game?
Okay, so I have a confession to make.
Yeah?
we had a haiku project back in the 2nd grade.
Oh my God.
And I failed because I didn't understand what a haiku was. Oh,
listen,
man.
when you're in 2nd grade, it's a different like time to be alive, okay?
But like they literally explained it in the classroom, and I didn't pay attention.
All right, well, that's
Want to know why? Because I was too busy playing Battletoads and Double Dragon on my Sega Genesis.
Wow, really dating yourself there. Carmen, I was trying to hide it for you there, but I couldn't. I broke. I'm sorry. So do you know what a haiku is now?
No, I don't actually, because I never had to freaking say anything about a haiku now. Like, go ahead.
I thought a haiku, and I could be wrong.
Were you asking me to do a haiku because you didn't know what a haiku was?
Listen, okay.
Because if that's the case, then that's just messed up, dog.
Here's haiku. Ready? We're playing Fortnite on our way to the World Cup. Isn't this so much fun?
Wow.
575, baby.
Wow, look at that. Remix. Someone get P. Diddy. We need to make a remix.
You know, I show up sometimes with some help. But, you know, hey, listen, 31 people left, 18 duos, rocking one of the coolest skins. Thanks, man. I can be okay sometimes. You know, sometimes I can show up. A lot of other times, though, I'm just a goon.
Yeah.
Facts.
Facts.
Facts. Oh, a great elim and an RPG and silent sniper rifle. Okay, so we can see this combo coming out. Now, it's not as effective with the silent sniper, but it's still pretty okay.
I'm also going to do a PSA for everyone. Check out Letwick and TikTok. So,
all right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, I'm okay with that, right? I always make fun of the TTV skins, but I like the idea of the, you know,
the other end of it.
Just promoting the TikTok, right? Get out there. I need an Insta as well. Like, that's the other one.
Dude, I have one. I never use it.
Yeah.
I'm just, like, not social media privy, honestly.
Yeah, TikTok is, like, one of those things that I know I would just never use.
That's, dude, same, I'll be honest. I'm just not that cool. I'm too old for it at this point. Oh, a 35 coming through and follow up, nothing quite there. Wexy, nice pick up, 6 eliminations between them. GB.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from this duo here. Wisely enough, they're just going to reposition using that rift. And I believe they also had built out a little bit to try and recycle some of those mats. I don't know if you saw, but there was like a good chunk there
that was left behind.
Yeah, so they have 100 builds. This is a great position for them to be in here. But Nate is taking out bodies down low.
Oh, a nice swoop!
Wexy tried to go on in. Where's Letwick to be able to support him? He's going to be lingering over on the left side of him. He's going to waterfall down wisely enough, just disengaging, because there just wasn't really all that much he could really get out of that one. Kind of an awkward position, but look at all the bodies that are scattered around here. And this is the moment where the carnage, this is what it's all about here, folks. When you just got to try and make sense of the insanity.
Oh, come on down to our level.
Tagged him for those shields there. Didn't get to see that, but that was going to be an elimination, or at the very least a down onto Zozo.
Looking to follow up launch pad. Okay, they almost bonked their little noggins. No problem here, though. And now they're going to try and swoop down on these players who have their backs to the storm. We'll see some builds nice coming out 90s. Anything?
That was actually a really, really smart play from them as well, because I think that they wanted to go after that brick flooring that was up above to try and take that ultimate high ground, but they realized it was just not going to be worthwhile, because just as they were flying in, the rocket hit and just destroyed and decimated that. So you got the TQ duo. It's Prisionero and I believe that's Potato. Yeah, Prisionero and Potato are going to be up above that ultimate high ground. There goes Letwick once again, and I think Wexy was right below him. And you can see Wexy right on his screen. He's looking for his teammate, but he's going to get sent right down. Luckily for him, he's going to be able to catch himself. Still though, the pressure is mounting as Letwick's going to try and defend this. He needs his teammate to try and come out on top, help him out here. But some more eliminations are going to start to fly on through in the action feed now. Letwick continuing to defend as Wexy's going to go down. And Letwick in TikTok, look for him on that one. Trying to stay alive as much as he can. That's going to be a nice play there to drag him down within his clutches and be able to pick him off, give himself some shields to boot there. One player's going to be lingering right outside of him there, right in that other box. He's going to wait, time it out nicely. That's going to be another pick and give him another set of 50 HP to be able to bounce back in this game. And Letwick, he's playing so well right now. He knows exactly where this player's going to be, and that's going to be another elimination for him. That's going to be onto Tixi. Can he stay alive, though? Got 3 players left in this game, 2 duos, and Letwick holding himself up in this box, trying to defend himself as much as he can. It's gonna be TQ. It's gonna be TQ. They have the high ground. We've seen this happen so many times that these players that hold that ultimate high ground, they maintain that position and then put players like Letwick in really rough spots where it's so hard to be able to come on the top. If Letwick can get a miracle pick here, but no, it's gonna be Prisionero who gets the elimination and the victory royale for the TQ duo.
Man, that's a really tough spot to be in. TQ played this really well. Slow, methodical there, making sure they stay together, they keep themselves alive, heading into that final circle. And then, you know, on the other side, you're sitting on 37 HP against a 200 duo here on both ends. It's like, well, it's been fun.
I mean,
enjoy that victory.
I give Letwick all the credit in the world, though. The way he played that one out was very, very impressive. He got some crucial eliminations at the end there, which are some big points for them. So, as well as the placement, right? The top 3 placement. Not bad, right? Not bad at all for him and his duo, Fwexy, who went down a little bit earlier on. But we're back in here with some more of the Les Stream boys. We got Bloxu and Vic.
Yeah, these are 2 dudes we've kind of seen throughout summer, fall, winter royals / skirmishes, respectively. The Vic, I mean, this guy is a slayer. Blacksuit as well. I'm really happy to see these guys playing duo partners, and I'm excited to see what they'll do in terms of worlds, but they are just applying so much pressure. Loadouts, not looking super great, GB, I'll be honest. Like, they have explodes, they have like a lot of utility, but nothing really in the way of long range. So they're looking to just run into players, point blank. He's gonna get punched for the 105 in the follow-up. That's not secure it. There you go.
Yeah, smart. He had the thirst out of that one. There was a player shooting him over on that side there, and the Vic actually gets chunked for a ton of damage. He's gonna get zipped away in a rift to go there, Zeke.
Black's probably like, hey, are you good? No, you fly around.
Hey,
There's
man,
nothing
you're okay?
dying.
Because I think you're gone.
There's some loot. I like this. No, there's no loot. I'm sorry.
I've taken it all.
I'm taking it all. Look at that Vic, though. They get to make themselves a nice little reconnection. Like, hey, friend, it's, did you go somewhere? No, I didn't. I've been here the whole time. Oh, okay, cool.
So they're holding on to the dynamite as well as the stink bombs. Yeah, but there's an AR that was a gold AR that was available. I wonder if Oxy's going to stick with the utility rather than take the AR and really stick with that close range play. It seems like a possibility. I mean, then again, we got to see what their loadout is, but yeah, he's going to stick with the utility. So going to use the dynamite, going to use the stinkers. And it's not bad because it forces people out of their position. He only has 2 left of those, so I'm sure once he's done with that, if he can get another elimination by jumping into a 1-by-1, maybe he can pick off like an AR or something that he could use in case he needs to for that end game.
Yeah, right now, basically, like, you can attribute a lot of play style to, like, the loadouts they have, right? So Black Style, like you said, opting into this. It's not like he was like, oh, an AR. Oh, man, I never found one. No, he's deciding to go with this. And it's because he's trying to play, like we kind of touched on a little bit earlier, that close quarter combat, right? Like, the Splode's going to make sure that everyone is kind of forced into weird positions that he will then swoop in on and look to pick off players. The Stinks, he's like, hey, yeah, you're in a 1-by-1, cool. Here's a Stink Bomb. Sit in it, take a bunch of damage, or come toward me.
Oh,
I drop against the wall!
That was nasty. Very well done as he managed to take control of the flooring and then drag him right on down.
I don't know about this. You gotta edit the wall quickly, make sure it doesn't catch you. Okay, everyone's going down. Oh,
wow.
All right, there you go. Never mind, nothing happened. I'm just kidding. I lied. It's all lied.
That was beautifully done. Beautifully done there.
Just goes back to them playing that close quarter combat. You know, he's going full send. He's like, I want to be in your 1-by-1, or come to my 1-by-1, where there's a trap.
Come to my 1-by-1 here, please.
That was their actual in-game comms. Format
Everyone
there on the right
sounds the
side.
same. It's a little shocking.
It's weird, you know. I don't know. Maybe it's just like audio. Who knows? Format there on the right side of your screen, just in case you're just tuning in. Welcome. We hope you had an awesome day. There are your placement points. This is duo, so top 12, 7, 3, and victory are all the placement thresholds, with each elimination being worth 1 point. Quite a few players, GB. 31 and 18 duos remain. There's still a lot of action we had, and we're in circle 6, so it's going to get claustrophobic very quickly.
You want to get in that top 12, pick up those critical points, take you on to our finals tomorrow here at the Lux Cup. Really fun to see how the way that players have gotten up to this point. Zeke, it's it's been just mostly like queuing up, getting some games in, and seeing how far you can go. Highly competitive lobbies there, and Lou. Oh, but he's going to go down himself, but not before he gets the elimination there. Lou, very well done.
You know, all in all, that was a pretty okay trade. Yeah, you went down, but listen, you took 2 people with you, so points for you and your duo. 3 duos need to fall before we hit top 12 and placement points happen. Those are the critical ones you're talking about. And a nice find.
Very well done there by Kazuna-san and Bad Sniper.
Oh gosh, that could have been really, really bad, but they find more eliminations to top themselves off. They're still getting cracked.
He's got to defend himself there on the left side. He's going to get dropped down, Kazuna-san. So be careful. Saw 2 of those players there, and he went for a few shots. That's it. He's going to have the minis though. So some of the items there that you're going to see, you know, everything's kind of like all in testing phase here. So some things are, you know, going to pop up and whatnot, but it's the nature of the beast, and glad to see that this stuff is happening. Great movement, by the way, from Kazuna-san. Just some real, you know, clearly, right, like a lot of these players, I mean, it's without a doubt they all have the basics down, being able to reposition from running up on a ramp to putting down the floor, like little details like that. These are all just such great players at this point in time.
Uh-oh, one Splode going down. Keep an eye, it's going to crack everyone's builds. Oh my gosh, it just tears through, but everyone's ready for it. They're like, no, we hear it, we're going to rebuild. Nice try.
A couple players going to be resting above. Blacksu gets it down, but gets an elimination on downs. Looking around now, 5 eliminations here for this duo for Kazuna-san and Bad Sniper. We've been on board with them quite a bit. They've been holding this high ground, and it's kind of been a recurring theme that the teams that can hold that high ground, they put themselves in such a brilliant position toward the end, and it's so difficult to be able to fight out of that low ground position there. A lot of these players, too, don't have the mats to be able to go up and contest, and even if they could go up and contest, they're still going to get beamed. Look at that. Good trading as well, giving off some of the big shield potions so that this way everyone can get right back up to speed.
Yeah, everyone down below is going to have a tough time because they're on the lowest ground. There's no mid-ground tarp. So the thing is, like, Black's by himself. Luigi was there, not anymore, though. So Blacksow, he needs to make something happen, either dropping them down below. He does have the rocket.
He has rockets, and I don't think they're aware of this. If he can catch him off guard, hopefully he was able to get that thing reloaded as well. He's going to go right outside, but he's going to get tagged up for quite a bit, and it won't be enough, though. The victory royale will go to Kazuna-san and his teammate, Bad Sniper.
Well, in this case, he was a good sniper and it worked out for them. So keep in mind, Sniper was cracked. Like, Sniper could have gone down if more of those pellets had connected, and then it would have been a 1v1, but you saw the way they separated Blacksu there. It was really intelligent. You break line of sight, and then he has to, like, reassess what is going on. He's like, I need to turn on this guy. And by that time, you have, like, maybe a half second after that where he's not making shots, and this other guy is. So, nice cleanup from both of them. Still, shout out to Blacksu, though. Really great play as well.
Yeah, it's just always tough when you're in the ultimate low and you have to deal. He had rockets, which was really nice, but again, you just separate that attention, as you had mentioned, Zeke, and then at that point, there's not really much that you're able to do in that situation. Despite that, though, very well done on the EU side. Lots of fun games, some good moments. I hope. I don't know.
There was. In all of our conversation, you liked it. We know.
We're
here with you.
We're fully expecting all the praise. We get it,
you
guys.
You take those.
Shower me with the praise.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of which, as this is now the tail end of Europe, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard, see who is on top after these games. It is a 3-hour block, and Atlantis, Metro, and Secret Mongrel. My goodness, they are your leaders heading into tomorrow's finals, coming out in the #1 spot. 10 matches played, 2 victory royales, average elim 7.4, average placement 14.8. So these guys were slayers. Let's take a look at the overall standings and see who else we should expect to see in tomorrow's finals. Again, there's probably going to be some that we recognize right off the bat, right? Like even like Haiku and Noxito, we've seen those guys tuning into their games. Someone like Tixi, absolutely. Navi, Alpha, and Bowman, of course. Why wouldn't we see them? Black Cell, the Vic as well, you know. The Beast, his teammate Magis. Again, if we say any of your names wrong, I'm super sorry. Just shoot us a little tweet saying, hey, this is how you say it.
No, not a problem there. We got a couple names popping up too. Prisionero, Potato. Those are two players that we saw Victory Royale from earlier. Fwexy as well as Letwick. Letwick went on a spree at the end there. Advise and Precious still holding on to that 19th spot. A couple other ones like Hunter and Kinstar are going to be up on that just outside of the top 10 at number 11.
That is, so here's the thing. These guys are titans of the comp scene. We have not seen Hunter and Kinstar, like we haven't tuned into their games, but I promise you, watch those names tomorrow. All right, going into finals, they are going to be people that make it to endgame almost guaranteed. They're either going to be eliminated right off the bat, unfortunately, or they're going to make it to endgame because, like, Kinstar is one of those guys. He's just playing a math game. We're playing Fortnite, he's playing math. Yeah. He's like, all right, this is what I need to do. Endgame. Hello, I'm Kinstar. You're eliminated. I'd like a Victory Royale. And then that's it.
Everyone is playing with their controllers, mouse and keyboards, and he's playing
calculator.
His calculator.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Oh, Victory Royale. Whoa, looks like the numbers are on my side.
I did the math. It was great.
Shout out to the French community. Well, guys, with that, we're going to need to take a break because that action was quite a bit to be had. So get up, you know, get a drink, stretch.
A shower.
We also need showers, absolutely. So we'll be back with more Fortnite action after this.
I don't know.
কিছুক্ষণ আগে 3 জন দূর করতেছিল তারপর বন্ধ হয়ে গেছে কারণ একটু তো মানুষ বিজি থেকে বিজি শিডিউল
নিজেই লাইক দিছে নিজেই চেকটা করছে
না আমি কি লাগতো একজন নিজের চ্যানেলটা লাইক দিতে পারে ওটা মূর্খ বলো
হ্যাঁ
কি হবে
হ্যালো বলো তোর এটা আজকেও না আমার তোর উইকের অ্যাকাউন্ট
ওটা তো আবুল জানে তো এলিমেন্ট
তুই নতুন এখন মাস খেলা মাত্র ঢুকছোস নিজে নিজে অ্যাকাউন্ট তৈরি করে নিজে ইয়ে মারে
What's up, Fortnite fam? Zeke here. With the World Cup coming up, there are going to be a lot of players exploding into the competitive scene, and we're going to be there every step of the way, highlighting some of these awesome players and the content they make. The first player we're going to highlight is Roat DW.
Oh my god.
Roat originally made his name during the Winter Royale, coming out of nowhere, shocking a lot of the community.
Roat DW, man, incredibly impressive play.
Now, while everyone likes to flex their building skills, Roat's real talent lies in his rifling skills and ability to pick up eliminations at range, particularly in the early and mid-game. In high-level matches, you'll often see his name in the elimination feed over and over, especially if players make the mistake of challenging him early. While Roat doesn't post a ton on his channels, all the content he does post is definitely worth a watch.
I killed Senna Animal.
He focuses largely on his high-skill gameplay, highlighting his clutch moments against other top players.
I killed Face Cold.
Hold up! Bro.
What? Oh my god, how did he get over there?
He also has a fantastic video detailing his Winter Royale experience and showing some of his best plays. We definitely recommend checking that one out. If you're interested in staying up to date with Roat DW, you can follow his socials and channels in the following links.
What's up, Fortnite fam? Sundown here, and today we're breaking down an exciting match from the Blackheart Cup. We're going to be keeping our eyes on 3 different players, following their progress through the endgame, and what allows them to be successful. So here, you'll see Sentinel is able to get the double wall replace down, and then miss a bunch of shots, but then clean up the elimination. Now that wall replace is what let him get that first shot surprise and ultimately put him at an advantage. And then here, the reason he was able to pick up that elim was nothing but a pure amount of skill. The nice 180 shotgun flick to clean it up made up for the previous bad aim. But being on the backside of the circle has a little bit of advantages. As you see, Sentinel is able to utilize somebody else's jump pad. We call this recycled utility. It means you listen for the audio cue of either a rift to go or a jump pad, because you know opponents on the backside of the circle are going to be looking for that rotation and to use that utility. The second player we're going to jump on board is Jaco. Jaco's early rotation allowed for him to get into the circle early on. This means he's now able to gatekeep, or watch as players are forced to run away from the storm and into the circle. This allows for him to pick up an easy elimination on the true baller. And then notice how when he rotates away, he's rotating at an angle, making sure that Luis on the high ground above him doesn't have a chance to put a shot down. This is a safe mid-ground tarp rotation, and you see how he does his floor, then his ceiling, and then make sure he's covering both of his sides. The launch pad decision was a little interesting, but you can see how after taking some chip damage, he goes again for an early rotation to the side, allowing him to look back and evaluate the rest of the circle. This type of decision-making process is what ultimately is going to let him retake the high ground and have that control in the endgame. For now, we're going to hop back on over to Sentinel, as he's in what is actually a power position that not a lot of players recognize. When you're at decent health and rotating on the backside of the circle on the low ground, a lot of those other desperate players who are just trying to get away from the storm, just trying to get a little bit of that safety, come running along. If you're prepared to fight like Sentinel was here, he's able to pick up a lot of eliminations and get rolling. He's able to go from 2 to 5 eliminations in the space of nearly 30 seconds, picking himself up not only the 3 elimination points, but also guaranteeing at least 7 placement points. A huge performance here in the Blackheart Cup. However, unfortunately for Sentinel, his mid-game decision-making kind of runs out a little bit. You see Jaco utilize that RPG right there to knock down Jaco, and this is when Sentinel runs into a little bit of a problem. Since he was pinned against the storm, he's now the one feeling the wrath of that backside circle rotation, and now getting shots rained not only from above, but from the other players on the mid-ground target. So despite trading out very well there, he gets forced down low and Degenerate, the last player who we're going to focus on, is able to capitalize. Dropping down, taking him out, and getting that ultimate low ground advantage, plus picking up an excessive amount of mats from that elimination. Degenerate now with 3 eliminations is stuck on the ultimate low ground, while Jaco is on the high ground firing down shots. This means Degenerate has to battle not only with Solo, but Pinecone, as well as making sure he's covering himself from above. In this situation here, you'll note how Degenerate isn't necessarily worried about his right-hand advantage, noticing that once he has that shot, he's looking to jump out and just catch players by surprise, utilizing that jump left hand right there to pick up Pinecone and then put himself in a decent situation to trade back out with Solo. Unfortunately, Jaco was the one who was able to pick up that elimination. Now, we have ultimate high ground versus ultimate low ground. Degenerate is tracking Jaco as he tries to get down, but notice how he hits the waterfall, forcing him down, and then an amazing 2 jump out left hand pumps, both for 114, allow him to take home the victory royale. There is no way Jaco was expecting him to challenge on his right hand, not once, but twice, and that brilliant play from Degenerate on the low ground led him to take home the victory royale, 5 eliminations, and the 10 placement points. Thanks for watching this endgame analysis, guys, and hope to see you.
What's going on, fam? Zeke here, and we're making our way to the brand new set. I got this good-looking man, Cam, with us.
It's sundown in sunny California. We're going to go on, hopefully, a quick little adventure, and then show you guys a little behind the scenes.
Boom! That's someone's tricked out ride right there. New battle bus? Maybe. It's such a beautiful day. Cam!
Right over this hill. Maybe roll up.
Cam, get out of the tree! Cam?
It's not working. It's over 2019.
Now we're gonna go check out the truck.
Welcome, fans, to the Fortnite van.
Hey, yeah, Cam, why don't you give me a wave? Fly slower there. There it is. That's him. That's our guy. He's the dude.
I fell in love with you suddenly. Oh, yeah! Ugh. Well, guys, rehearsals are done, so I hope you had a good time, and we'll see you next time.
All right, everyone, welcome back. It's time for the NA East portion of the Lux Cup. I don't know why I set it up with so much gravitas. Anyway, I guess because it is. It's Lux. It's the Lux Cup. All right, well, I'm Golden Boy. It's the sundown. We're going to get ready to call some of these games here, and we've had some fun matches on the EU side of things.
Yeah, it was really good. We saw a lot of aggression coming out of EU, particularly Mitro and Mongrel, just kind of lording their way over the entire lobby, not really stopping and going through. We'll see what NA East has to offer as well. We're in the semifinals, but let's take a look at the schedule as we get into it.
That's right. So we actually have NA East going on right now, and then West later on, sundown. We're gonna have some good games. I like we separated the regions, so now we can create further animosity between. Now it's just NA and Europe. But now all of NA are going to try and tear each other apart. So that's great. That's great.
Yeah, you know, a little bit of divide in there down the middle, but also the other 4 have already wrapped up. That means we've seen Oceania and Asia randos at the top, Brazil as well finishing up, and then we just saw Europe as well finish. But let's take a look at how we are scoring these matches. Now, it is duos, so it's the top 12 receive 3 points, and if you're able to get in the top 7, it's an additional 2. Top 3, 2 more, and then the Victory Royale duo walk away with 3 points. So 10 total placement points. But Golden Boy, the kicker being each elimination is also a point.
That's right. You can walk away with a huge chunk of eliminations, as we've been seeing in these games. High elimination games that have really been very fruitful for a lot of these players that have kept them continuously contending at the top, 20, top 30, so on and so forth. So, one, it's been nice to see that, right? The eliminations matter that much more now, but also the placement. Placement's still going to be so important for the end game. And yeah, now we also, while all this is going on, right, what are these players playing for? It's no slouch, by the way. It's $100,000 in pricing right across the entire region.
Spread all the way out. So this is the total's prize breakdown. And just a reminder, the prizing will be based off of tomorrow's final. This is just the semi-final. The way these players qualified in is via the arena. You need to get up to the Contender League, 125 points. If you got there, you're able to play in the semi-finals. Advancing into the finals will require you to be in the top 1,500 duos. So the top 3,000 players will be battling it out tomorrow for a slice of that pie. And don't forget, this is all just a warm open